Namaskar, myself Dr. Santosh Kumar Mahapatra, an Odisha-based columnist as well as an economist. Today I am discussing why privatization is not panacea for all economic ills of our economy. We may know before independence, a group of industrialists had decided that government should intervene in economy as private sector cannot do the role of a public sector. This is known as Bombay Plan. After independence, India adopted mixed economy. Mixed economy means both public sector, private sector will play important role, but public sector will demand the commanding height of the economy, or public sector will enjoy the commanding height of the economy. Difference was that both are important. It is not necessarily India does not need private sector. Both are important, but while private sector cater to profit motive, public sector create jobs, generate surplus, it also cater to profit motive. So it was decided that public sector should enjoy the commanding height of the economy. And since then public sector had grown colossus and it played an important role in our economy, in development of our economy, prosperity of our economy. But when liberation started in 1991, then liberalization, globalization, and privatization, all three were pursued by not only India, various countries. But due to the protest of working class, India could not advance that much of privatization. Though initially disinvestment was started. Disinvestment means uploading the share of government. When government share is less than 51%, then it is no more considered a public sector. So disinvestment is known as creeping privatization. But during first NDA one, there was disinvestment took new shape as privatization, that is the strategic sale. Ownership was transferred, some public sector was sold. But in UP, it was halted. It was halted by left forces in UP1. So there was not so much disinvestment or privatization. But now, aggressive privatization has been pursued. Even it is treated as panacea for all evils, or it will lead to self-reliance, which is controversial as well as debatable. My point of view is that India needs both public sector and private sector. But India does not need the privatization of public sector. That is the most important thing. Because private sector are not the substitute of public sector. Private sector cannot replace public sector. Particularly in recent coronavirus epidemic, it is public sector, it is government employees who have played important role in saving the lives of people. Public sector is much more ahead of the private sector in that area. There are so many reasons why private sector cannot replace public sector, and or why privatization of public sector should be opposed tooth and nail. The very argument is made for a privatization of public sector that government has no business to do business. Government should retreat or withdraw from such activities, and it should concentrate on administration, police, army, and so on things. It should not run industry. But actually, when in case of retreating activities that needed for the helping vulnerable section of the society, government is withdrawing. But when it is required to help rich or corporates or to give concession, government is intervening. Crony capitalism is so pervasive now that few months back the corporate tax cut leading to 1,45,000 crore rupees concession to corporates is an glaring example. Crony capitalism means corporate sector, they intervene in government policy, and policy makes the policy favorable to them. Next important thing is that success of a public sector or private sector depends on so many factors. In most of times, employees are blamed for the failure of any industry. It is true the employee has an important role to play in the progress, prosperity of that industry, success of that industry. But that they are not the sole factors. So many factors depends upon them, success of an industry. For example, market opportunities, national, international situations, government policy, availability of raw materials, demands for the products that produce, purchasing power of people. So all are important factors. For example, if nobody will purchase four-wheeler, then no investment will come or no car maker will produce car. Even employee or laborer are efficient or work day and night. So solely blaming employees is wrong. There are so many factors for which some sector become sick. However, employee has an important role to play. Particularly, government policy is also very vital in saving, strengthening, protecting a public sector. Particularly, most of times government policy is favoring private sectors. We can take an example of BSNL. For example, when mobile system was introduced, why BSNL was not allowed? Second question comes, when 4G operated, why BSNL was not allowed to do this? Now government has, when BSNL is trying to upgrade its technology and want to adopt 4G system, recently government has given instruction not to import from China, but it has not given instruction to private telecom company to not to import from China. So indirectly, public sector are sufferers. So government policy has also vital. Another thing is that argument is made that private sector should be supported, they are creating jobs. No doubt they are also creating some jobs, but they are not creating jobs in the same proportion the public sector creates. When a public sector is replaced by private sector, or a share of public sector is snatched by private sector, same amount of job destroyed in public sector is not created in private sector. So overall job that should have been created had there been in public sector in that area, same amount job is not created. So private sector also, since they give more stress on profit, they resort to retrenching, VRS, CRS, or downsizing, so many factors. So overall employment is not increased as we think. Next important thing is that it is argued that private sector are most efficient. In some area private sector are efficient, in some area public sector are efficient. But there is no proof that private sector are more efficient than public sector. But what happens? Public sector is owned by government. It cannot adopt any unethical practice, or it cannot distort anything which private sector can adopt. The owner of private sector can manipulate, can gain some benefits, can use power to enhance his industry. So it cannot be compared in same length. Next important thing is that private sector lack human face. It will not do business or not establish industry where it will not have huge profit, because it operates only profit motives. For example, in a rural area, if there will be not much profit, then no financial sector will go open their branches, but public sector can go and open their branches. Private sector can establish industry or its unity where there is a maximum possibility of profit. They cannot adopt service motive, and as a result of which poorer section of the society will be deprived of getting service. For example, you can see post office having unity in everywhere, but courier may not have unity in everywhere. They will have unity in more urban area. So that is the basic difference among public sector and also private sector. Another important thing is that it is argued that public sector are incurring losses. It is quite wrong. Majority of public sector are incurring profit. Some private sector are also incurring profit. Private sector are also incurring losses. As far as in 2018 and 19, out of 348 public sector, 249 are operational. Out of these, 178 are incurring profits. And in that year, both public sectors have paid more than 3 lakhs crores to government exchequer by dividends or taxes. So the argument that public sector is a burden on government, it is quite wrong. But still then, why there is a privatization? The most important thing is that government is unable to tax the rich corporate at a higher rate. Because to manage nation, to manage economy, resources is necessary. Resources can be generated by taxing rich wealthy section of the society. It is not poorer section should pay. But our system, not only in India, in the world, rich are not made to pay more taxes. Rather, gradually, they are made to pay less taxes. So that is why many countries are incurring debt, and India has one of the lowest tax GDP ratio. When there is a shortage of revenue, government want to disinvestment or privatize public sector to generate resources. But that is not solution, because future stream of dividends, taxes, resources generated through taxation from public sector will be lost. Particularly, human face will be lost. Government has more control on public sector. It can dictate public sector to act according to its desire. It can dictate the way it like, but private sector may not act the way government wants. So, if public sector are weakened, government loses control over the economy. If public sector are weakened, the voice of vulnerable section of the society get decimated. Particularly, with increasingly privatization of health and education, with concomitant privatization of public sector, will destroy the economy as well as the backbone of the vulnerable section of the society. So it is time that there is need to rethink it, particularly in COVID-19 coronavirus cases. After coronavirus cases, some government has started nationalizing health sectors. There is a retreat of globalization. Even America is resorting to protectionism. Recent policy of many countries are protectionism. So privatization is not a panacea of all evils. India needs both public sector and private sector, but public sector should dominate the economy. public sector should be strengthened. If some public sector, as it is told that they are making loss, even private sectors are also making losses. Even private sector are rescued by public sector, as Global Trust Bank was rescued by Oriental Bank of Commerce. So first attempt is to examine why a public sector is incurring losses. Second, it should not be immediately privatized. It's all efforts should be taken to protect it, to save it, strengthen it. Final step may be think of privatization may be last resort. But when private sector are making losses, we cannot say public sector will all will make profit. Overall, they are making profit. But what is dangerous is that an attempt is made to create private monopoly. Because when public monopoly is not harmful, but private monopoly is very harmful, and it can have a very detrimental impact on the administration as well as on the vulnerable section of the society. If the cost of services, health, education all becomes too costlier, the purchasing power of the people will get affected, their living standard will be affected, and ultimately the gap between rich and poor will be widened. And a particularly vulnerable section of the society will be poor sufferer. So my view is that India needs both public sector, private sector, but public sector should enjoy the commanding height of the economy. Public sector should not be weakened to give way to the private sector. In certain area, public sector should have monopoly, especially in financial sector, because it is the brain of the economy. Government should have a control on that point. Otherwise, in time of crisis, private sector may not help government in its activities. Thank you all.